Then it's a matter of quick on, tighten, boom, you're ready to go. In the stabilized position, you can see how quick that was. I go like that, boom, pop out the battery, put a new one in, slide it on, tighten, good to go. Flip it back on, you're up and running. Ming here. I had a question regarding, it was more of a statement regarding the minimal rig on this and being able to use or not to use the actual plate on here. Someone suggested you just take this off and mount it directly to the L bracket. You can do that, and that would be a great option if the Blackmagic camera's battery was, you know, an hour or more. As it is, you're getting 20 to 40 minutes maybe at max. Then you got to switch that out. That means if this is mounted to the bracket, and I'll show you, I'll actually take it off so you can see. Battery here underneath. This works really well. So if any one of these screws, any one of these things are not tightened tightly, it will cause vibrations. The motors will counterbalance against each other and you'll get this violent shaking sometimes, and that's not good for shooting. So you do have to do more than finger tighten on this. You have to really get a good tightening, and it does well. The L bracket works really well. You can obviously take the L bracket off first, and we're going to balance that. Works really well considering that now there's a lot less weight on that thing. So you can absolutely put that on there. It's nice and light, it's easy, works really well. The Moza Air Cross2 does an excellent job. What it does not do an excellent job of is take into account it has a 20 to 40 minute battery life. Tight on the L bracket, fits nicely, plenty of weight ratio. You could probably still even put a little mic on top of there and it wouldn't be a problem. It'll probably take that. I do have the Panasonic 12 to 60 lens on there, so this is even the larger lens. It's not like a Nikon 200 millimeter lens or anything like that, but it's a nice size lens. This will get you from 12 to 60 millimeters, focal length 24 to 120 about approximately. If you're running it at your highest resolution, plan on 20 minutes. That means you're going to have to power this off. Oh, nice balance, because when it powers off and it doesn't move, you did well. It'd be great if they had access to the actual battery compartment underneath here. So every single time that you need to switch out a battery, and at different times you may be where only just shooting something really quick and you don't need that battery switch out, that's fine. But if you're also looking for putting in an optional battery pack, battery source, and running a cable through there, the cable is going to put the weight down on it here, so you're going to have some issue with that. You may or may not need the counterbalance on that, but then you're not exactly with your light fast rig either. You now have a battery pack that's sitting on here, running the cable through there, that's going to throw it off slightly and so forth. Doable, completely doable. It really depends on what you're shooting and what you need done. So yes, this does go on here well with the L bracket, but if you want to do this if you're out in the field, like some of you know that I shoot also some wildlife photography. I also shoot short films, and we can't sit there and do this, pop this out, put in another battery, go back to this, get this back on the plate. run this in through here. It doesn't seem like this takes a lot of time, but let me tell you, when you're on a tight schedule, or if you're trying to catch the light and you're trying to get things working just so, even here, you've got to make sure that this is on absolutely the way that you put it in order for it to be balanced properly. That's just time consuming. And if you're used to run and gun, and you've got to go really quickly from one position to the next, you've got to catch the light as the sun is fading, you've got action shots, you've got people doing things like that, and you're sitting there and it's not in an environment that's like this, like a set where you can sit there with the consistent lighting and actors who can, you know, wait for you to switch out. For my use, this is not something that I would use, quite simply because it just, that little bit of time to take to unscrew this. I mean, hell, even on my tripod, it's got a place where it's open on the side where you can just drop the battery out. This does not work that way. So with the addition of a cage or a cheese plate, quick release plate, little cheese plate on here will allow you to move this around properly. Then it's a matter of quick on, tighten, boom, you're ready to go. In the stabilized position, you can see how quick that was. I go like that, boom, pop out the battery, put a new one in, slide it on, tighten, good to go. Flip it back on, you're up and running. Versus having to get your screwdriver, you got to make sure that's on hand, somebody has that, unscrew it, go through that whole process. The nice thing about this was I only used this one little extra weight. It's just a clamp that holds other weights, and that has enough weight on it to keep this thing balanced. So I've got it turned off now, power is off. Very balanced. So the best way to look at it is, what are you going to shoot with? And I'll tell you right off the bat, if you're doing any type of long-term shooting, or you're doing a short film and you've got actors waiting, or you have sunlight that you're trying to beat, you have clouds that you're trying to beat, that sort of thing, the quick release plate, slapping it on, slapping it off, putting a new battery and going is so much better. And you will not get to the point where it's like pulling your hair out because somebody forgot to put the screwdriver in the case, or somebody else has it in their pocket and you've got to figure out a way to get that out with a penny or with, you know, whatever else you happen to have. But again, that's just anything that you can do to minimize this part of the process will make it easier for you to film the story, to keep people in the mood, in the mode, in the lighting, quickly and efficiently. And that's really what it is, getting this out of the way so you can project the story through the lens. Not everybody has to wait on the equipment. And I understand on larger shoots, on bigger sets, you have the time for that, and that's perfectly okay. Then you don't need the cage, then you don't need the extra thing. You can mount it directly to the L bracket and you're good to go, no complaints. Take your time, get your screwdriver, unscrew it, put the battery pack in there and go. Here, with this and the extra little mounting here, I can still put on my solid state drive on there, I can put on my extra batteries. It's really just determined by what your demands are. This works really well if you're just mounting the bare camera to the L bracket. To screwdriver, I'm sure there are some quick release solutions someone in the third party will probably come up with or already has, and if you know what that is, you know, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll pass that on, of course. But overall, I mean, you can't beat this. This will hold the weight. This will hold, you know, everything that you need on there. You're going to put a heavier lens with battery pack and microphone on there, and you're good to go for those types of shooting out in the wilderness, out in nature, on an external set, things like that. When this getting in the way takes time, and time is money. but it will work. If you don't have the money to put into that, and I totally understand that, you just have this, you just have a bare camera, that'll work fine. It'll absolutely balance well and it'll serve you well. You just got to remember, when you want to switch out batteries, it's going to take a little time. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any other questions or comments, let me know. Please subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel really big. So anything you can do in that regard, just hitting the subscribe helps tremendously, and I appreciate it. Thank you.